Good morning, class 8th. Today in chapter 14, the topic chemical effect of electric current. In the previous class, I told you about the LED, about the good conductor and bad conductor of electricity. Okay, now we come on the chemical effect of electric current. The chemical effect of electric current is the phenomena of causing chemical change by passing electric current. Okay, when an electric current is passed through a solution of a substance or in its molten state. Okay, when we pass an electric current through a substance or in its molten state, when it is melted, when the substance is in its molten state, melting condition, at that time when we are passing electric current, the substance undergoes a chemical reaction. Then on that particular chemical substance, there is a chemical reaction are taking place and by this chemical reaction, that substance break up into its constituents. This process of decomposing a substance into its constituents by the passage of an electric current is called electrolysis. Okay, now electrolysis works only with those substances that can be melted or dissolved in water. This is an important thing, that electrolysis process is taking place only on those substances which are in their melting state, in their molten state, or those substances which are dissolving in water, okay, and conduct an electric current. Okay, only in those types of substance the electrolysis process taking place. The substance in which their water solution or in the molten state can conduct an electric current and decomposes as a result of its are called electrolytes. Means to say, as a substance, that type of substance when their water solution or their molten state, means molten state is that state in which the substance is in liquid state, okay, can conduct an electric current. Okay, and by this electric current, by the effect of that electric current, the substance decompose. Okay, as a result of it, this type of substance is also known as electrolyte when it decomposes in its ions or in its constituents. The substance which in their water solution or in the molten state cannot pass an electric current are called non-electrolyte. Now, terms related to the electrolysis. First, electrolytic cell. It is a vessel. What is electrolytic cell? Everybody had seen about the cell. You can see in your home, your torch have cells, and so many types of, your clock has cell, but electrolytic cell are something different from that. It is a vessel in which the process of electrolysis is carried out. Okay, it is usually made up of non-conducting material such as glass. Electrolytic cell is also known as voltmeter. Means to say, you can say electrolytic cell is voltmeter also, and it is a vessel in which the process of electrolysis. What is the process of electrolysis? You have seen here that in electrolysis process, the chemical substance or the molten substance breaking up into its constituents. Okay, so electrolytic cell, it is also known as voltmeter, and it is a vessel in which the process of electrolysis carried out. It is usually made up of non-conducting material. What is non-conducting material? That type of substance which cannot pass electricity through them, and such as glass. These are the examples. So electrolytic cell, voltmeter, is made up of non-conducting material. Now come on the electrode. It is a metallic wire or rod through which the electric current either enter or leave on the electrolytic solution. So when we are going to just do the process of electrolysis, then the two wire, they are known as electrode. It is a metallic wire or rod through which electric current either enter or leave an electrolytic solution. They are connected to the terminal of a cell or a battery. The electrode that is connected to the positive terminal of the cell or battery is called the anode. You know, every wire has two there are two things. Then first is positive and second is negative. So the first that is connected to the positive terminal, the terminal that is positive is known as anode, while the negative terminal is known as cathode. Okay, now come on the ion. What is ion? Ions are particles that bear electric charges. Negatively charged ions are called anion and positively charged ions are called cation. In the last you have seen that the negative terminal is known as cathode while the positive terminal is known as anode. Just like this, in ions you can see ions are particles or atom or a group of atom that bear electric charge, and negative charge ions are called anion and positively charged ions are called cation. Though ions are electrical charged particle, they can carry an electric current through a solution. Now come on that diagram in which you can clearly see everything. Demonstration of various terms related to electrolysis. This is the electrolysis appliances, or we can see this is the arrangement where we are just doing the process of electrolysis, in which you can see the electrolyte solution. These are the these are the anode and this is the cathode. This is a rod. The positive terminal connected to, you can see, anode, and the negative terminal is connected to the cathode. Okay, these are the positive ion, that is known as cation, and these are the negative ion, that is known as anion. Okay, and this whole arrangement, and you can see these terminals are connected to the cell. Okay, now come on the activity 4. To study the chemical effect of electric current by passing current through acidified water. You can see 2 discarded cell यहाँ पर हमें need है, metal caps, sandpaper, copper wires, battery and switches. Okay, beaker and salt. Now come on the procedure. This is the diagram. You can see this is the arrangement where we are going to pass current through acidified water. The carbon rod, that is positive electrode, means you can see the positive terminal, that rod which is connected to the positive terminal is known as anode, and that which is related to negative terminal, that is known as cathode. So you can see carbon rod, that is positive, that is connected to positive. So carbon rod is positive electrode, okay, that is anode, and that is cathode. Okay, now come on the procedure. Take out 2 carbon rod carefully from 2 discarded cell. Clean the metal caps of carbon rod with sandpaper. Wrap copper wire around the metal cap of the carbon rod and join them with a battery. बैटरी से उसे क्या कर दिया गया, ज्वाइन कर दिया गया. Now take around 250 ml of water in the beaker. You can see this is the water. That is electrolyte. 250 ml of water in the beaker and add a few drops of sulfuric acid. Why we are just dropping sulfuric acid? To convert the water in acidic manner. So now immerse the carbon rod in the beaker. This is the rod which is immersed in the water. Now make sure that metal caps are above the level of water in the beaker. You can see this is the metal cap and which is above the level of water. Now pass the electric current through the acidified water in the beaker by closing the switch. By closing the switch, we are just passing the electric current through this wire to the electrolyte solution. Now wait for 3 to 4 minutes and observe the carbon rods carefully. And when we are just observe these rods, we observe that the bubbles of gases are produced at the 2 carbon rod. Bubbles are just producing. The formation of gas bubbles at the 2 carbon rod shows that a chemical change, that some types of changes are they are going to, so that a chemical change has taken place in water on passing electric current through it. Okay, now there are something in this table more to know in activity 4. During the passage of electricity for every 1 volume of oxygen liberated at the anode. Look at the diagram. Look at this reaction. Reaction at cathode. Where is cathode? You can see this is the cathode and this is the anode. So in the cathode, what happened? Look here. Reaction at cathode. There is hydrogen which is released. There is hydrogen which is reacted with. In the water you can see H2O. So hydrogen ion and this hydrogen ion react with electron, and by the reaction of electron, that electron and hydrogen ion connected to each other and convert in hydrogen. In this way, so many types of hydrogen molecules are releases, and hydrogen molecules when releases, then they converted in hydrogen gas. Reaction at anode. On the anode, if the water formula is H2O, hydrogen is going towards cathode, then OH ion is towards to anode. So OH ion again reacted with electron and they convert in hydroxyl or hydroxide, and this hydroxide convert in water and they releases oxygen. Overall reaction are that water is through the process of electrolysis convert in hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion, and this hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion again react with oxygen and convert in hydrogen and oxygen. And the bubbles of, in the observation you have seen that there are bubbles are producing. So these bubbles are producing, they are showing the liberation of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Okay, I hope you understand all these things. Okay, now come on the scientific zone. Scientist zone. In 1800, a British chemist, William Nicholson, in 1753 to 1815, this is the lifetime of that particular scientist, William Nicholson, had shown that if the electrode were immersed in water and a current was passed, bubbles of oxygen and hydrogen were produced. Okay, in this diagram, in this reaction, you have seen that there are hydrogen gas and oxygen gases are liberated, and when the gas is liberated through water, through liquid, then they are in bubbles form. Okay, so William Nicholson told us, or he examined and shown that if the electrode were immersed in water, अगर हम electrode को water में immerse करते हैं, oxygen and hydrogen were produced. Oxygen bubbles formed on the electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the hydrogen bubbles formed on the other electrode. Thus we conclude that when an electric current flows through a conducting solution, it causes a chemical reaction. The chemical reaction brought about by an electric current. Many produce one of the following. Bubbles of the gases formed on the electrode. Next, deposits of metal may be seen on electrodes. Changes of color of the solution may occur. These are the 3 points which are showing during the reaction. Okay, I hope you understand all these things. If you cannot understand, then you can ask to me in Zoom class. Okay, bye bye.